Welcome to the Special Olympics Kansas Unified Champion School's virtual Youth Summit. By being a part of a Unified Champion School, you are already a part of a community that values inclusion and believes all students, regardless of their race, gender, or ability, deserve the same opportunities to be their best selves. However, this doesn't happen naturally and it takes work. This Youth Summit aims to give you some tips and tools to create a school environment where everyone feels included. The theme of this year's Youth Summit is Spread the Word, Use Your Voice. I will be joined by students and adults throughout the state of Kansas as we learn about how we can spread the word. We will learn how students started this campaign, why it is hurtful to use the R word, how we can stand up to bullies, use our strengths and build on our weaknesses, and how to spread messages of hope. I can't wait to hear from youth and adult leaders as they share what it means to be an advocate and how they stand up for their communities. So get out your notepads or whatever you take note with and be ready to be inspired.
Hey, Unified Generation.
Welcome to Unified Talk.
I'm Addison.
And I'm Daniel.
We are U.S. Youth Ambassadors from Kansas.
It's no secret that on Unified Talks, we like to give tips and tricks on how to build healthy mindsets and inclusive goals.
But we aren't the first ones to use our voice and spread inclusion. In fact, the idea of spreading the word of inclusion goes way back.
Back to the 90s.
No, even farther than that. Eunice Kennedy Shriver first took action to spread the word in 1968 during the first Special Olympics Games. Years later, in 2009, Soren Palumbo and Timbo Shriver, two youth leaders, helped to start the Spread the Word campaign. And today, it's grown into a global movement.
A lot happened over the years to get where we are now.
Let's take a trip down memory lane to learn from these inclusive experts and see what tips we can use to make an even more inclusive future. What does inclusion mean?
Accepting all people as equals, making sure they have access to the same services and opportunities. B, having people with similarities hanging out together. If you said A, you're right. Inclusion means accepting all people as equals and making sure they have access to the same services and opportunities as everyone else.
Eunice Kennedy Shriver had a similar definition. In the 1960s, Ms. Shriver saw people with intellectual disabilities being ignored and neglected. She believed everyone, including people with ID, should be accepted and given the same opportunities and experiences as everyone else.
She shared this belief by taking action. In 1962, she opened up Camp Shriver Summer Camp for young people with ID.
It was so successful that people in the community came to watch and see what all of the athletes were capable of.
The word spread year after year. Camp Shriver grew more and more popular.
Eventually, the success led to the first International Special Olympics Summer Games.
Hold up. Have you been listening? When was the first Special Olympics Summer Games?
A. 1962. B. 1968. It took place in 1968.
For the first time, athletes with ID were able to compete in sporting events.
Eunice Kennedy Shriver's actions made it very clear what athletes with ID were capable of.
She helped spread the word of inclusion throughout the country.
Between 1968 and 2009, a lot happened.
Why are we talking about 2009 again?
You'll see. But like I was saying, a lot happened in those 40 plus years. Special Olympics was officially born. The organization was filled with all kinds of people who were working to spread the importance of inclusion on and off the field.
People like us.
Yeah, youth leaders were working hard using their voices in their schools and communities to make sure everyone had an opportunity to play, to lead, and to learn. Two voices that could not be silenced were Timbo Shriver and Soren Palumbo.
Oh, Now I know why 2009 is important. It's the year the Spread the Word campaign was formed. What is the Spread the Word campaign?
A fundraising event where people jump into freezing cold water to raise money and awareness for Special Olympics. B. Spread the Word campaign is a campaign that empowers anyone and everyone to take action for inclusion. The answer is B. Spread the Word is a campaign that empowers everyone and anyone to take action for inclusion. The goal is to create a world of inclusion for all people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Timbo and Soren were two youth leaders who were inspired by athletes like Loretta Claiborne, a Special Olympics athlete. She explained how words are powerful. This stuck with Timbo and Soren.
They wanted to spread the message and teach other people to stop using hurtful words towards people with ID.
Student leaders from different universities joined together to come up with ways to silence hateful language in our society. They formed a website, a pledge, and a logo.
The first group was able to inspire dozens of colleges and high schools around the country to sign banners pledging to use more inclusive language towards people with ID.
Like Eunice, Timbo, and Soren discovered how they can use their actions to amplify their beliefs and their voices.
This brings us to today.
The messages from those before us, like Eunice Kennedy Shriver, Timbo Shriver, and Soren Palumbo, are still heard loud and clear today.
Youth voices like ours and yours are spreading the message throughout our schools and communities.
This is still done through the Spread the Word campaign, which continues to grow.
You can spread the word with us, and here's how.
First, take time to reflect. Before you speak up about something, you need to have a solid understanding of what it means to you. Figure out what inclusion means to you and where you are on your inclusion journey. Start by completing our Inclusion Tiles game. This can help you see how you view inclusion and how you act on it in your day-to-day life.
Next, take the pledge. Go to the Spread the Word website linked below and make your pledge for inclusion. This can be a promise to yourself and to those around you. Can you believe over 800,000 people have signed the pledge already?
Third, start speaking up. One small way to use your voice is talking with your family and friends about inclusion and why it is important.
A bigger step can be taken with someone at school to set up a full in-person or virtual Spread the Word banner signing. This can help your entire school take a step towards inclusion.
Remember that actions speak louder than words.
Try to commit to one inclusive action a week and go up from there.
You can start by having a meaningful conversation with someone with ID or inviting someone with ID out to lunch or your club meeting.
Lastly, don't forget it. Use your voice to educate people.
And remember, words are powerful, so we should use them to include and empower others. Are you ready to speak up for inclusion?
Are you ready to be heard? Start by trying out our tips. Make sure you post your work on social media and tag us at SO North America. We want to help share your work and your voice.
You too can be a champion of change and make this world a more inclusive place by using your voice.
Thanks for tuning in.
Bye, everyone.
Hi, I'm Augie Minahan,
And I'm Maida Gulser.
and we're from Girard High School. Everyday language is changing continuously, but the impact that words can have on individuals and groups is not always recognized.
Unfortunately, students and athletes with intellectual disabilities have become targets for the use of derogatory
1940s, intellectual disabilities became classified by analyzing scores of IQ tests that were newly introduced. Words and phrases used to describe these intelligence levels were feeble-mindedness, idiot, imbecile, and moron. About a decade later, in the 1950s, the term mental retardation was introduced to replace the IQ terms. This is because many viewed previous terms as insults. Retardation was used within a neutral and clinical setting that was not seen as derogatory.
After feelings of offense and dehumanization, a mother of Rosa Marcelino decided it was time for a change. Then, in 2010, Congress passed a bill, Rosa's Law, and it was officially signed by President Obama. This law made it a federal law to replace all use of mental retardation with intellectual disability.
Compared to when I was in school, I think the R word is used much less frequently, and that is due largely in part to programs like Special Olympics, where our students get to be unified partners with those Special Olympics athletes. It's been really neat to see my choir students form these long-lasting relationships with their partner through Special Olympics, and I think it creates more understanding and empathy in general in our classrooms and in our schools.
Although laws have been made over mental retardation, the R word remains in use. It has become a filler word for other words like dumb, stupid, idiot, and many other negatively descriptive words and phrases.
People often use the R word, not implying the idea that it goes back to an older term for those with intellectual disabilities. However, there are those people that use the word to refer to those with a disability in a negative way. In today's society, the word so easily floats around that people don't understand the power the word holds on the emotions of many families and individuals.
The impact of the R word is that it may not seem like a big deal to most those without disabilities, but to those with challenges, it can leave a negative mark on their identity.
Should I be using the R word? No. The R word may seem harmless at times, but you never know the impact it could be having on those around you. Just because it doesn't affect you does not mean it does not affect others.
So how can you avoid the use of the R word? Find more polite and less derogatory terms to use. Take the time to do more research on why the R word is seen as an offensive word. When others say the R word, stick up for what you believe in and respectfully remind them of the negative effects the word can have.
Absolutely. I think, over time, the use of that word has changed and it has become much more derogatory now. And with kids being ignorant and not understanding the true meaning and using it, it can definitely harm individuals, their feelings, and how they look at themselves and think about the way that things happen. And so it definitely has a big impact on individuals when they hear people using that word.
Be kind, be inclusive, and be considerate. Don't use the R word.
So often people use the word retarded as a joke, like it's funny. But the 8-letter word doesn't define me. It doesn't define anyone. It's an outdated term, but it's politically correct. Maybe in the 1970s, but not now. We've upgraded and somehow it's still an everyday word used by everyday guys. Who thinks using the R word makes them look wise? Well, they're mistaken. As far as I'm aware, they need to realize that people are truly care. I care, to be honest. I care a whole lot. Because our kids are coming home verbally shot. You're such a retard, getting dropped on the daily. So much so, our kids are afraid to speak for fear of being bullied. It's offensive to kids like me. It's offensive in general. It's quite unnecessary. Listen up, men. It's about to get scary. Do you know how many adjectives there are in the word stupid? 49, and that's just in English. Not even counting the words like silly and dingus. So why would you, smart individual, try to be clinical to make a whole group of people miserable? Make us seem visible? No, not anymore. We are invisible, we're unthinkable, and to think it's unthinkable. That's You would stoop so low as you insult us. You don't even know us. We are smart and bright. We are full of light, and I will continue to write. I will continue to fight until this word is dead and force me to retire. But until then, I will spread the fire. I am spreading the word to end the word, and maybe one day it will be unheard.
Hi, I'm Jacob,
I am Carly.
and we have a new term we want to share with you today. Social courage. This is a new term for me. And I know that when you're being social, that means you're with other people, interacting with those around you. Do you know what courage means?
Get brave.
That's right. So social courage means you're being brave in social situations, like when others are there to see it, or when you might be having to go against the group. Can you think of any places you might have to be brave in during social situations?
In the classroom.
Yep, that's definitely a place where there will be a lot of people interacting. Let's watch this example.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, 100% for it. Yeah.
Hey guys, can I sit here?
No, this is safe, bro. You're gonna have to go somewhere else.
Oh, no.
Hey, Jacob, where's yours?
Okay. Thank you. Oh, thank you.
How's it going?
It's great.
bro?
You guys just made my day.
Nice.
How about another place you've had to be brave in a social situation?
In class.
Even in classes where there is a teacher present, we can show social courage. Should we watch the video?
What?
Okay, let's go ahead and find new partners.
Yes, ma'am.
Order up.
Yeah, you can definitely have 3 partners.
Okay. Wow, you demonstrated great social courage there. How did that make you feel?
Great.
Now, I've learned a lot about social courage today, and I hope you have too. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
PE is supposed to be about teamwork, hit for it and perform, but sometimes a few words can change everything.
Good. Keep shooting. Oh, come on. You're such a loser. We're never going to win if you're on our team.
Nice throws, next ball.
Towards them person.
One comment, one moment, and suddenly the game doesn't feel the same.
That was messed up.
Yeah, but what do we do? Time out! Staying silent can just hurt as much, but that's the worst themselves.
Hey, don't listen to them. Everyone messes up. We need you in that team.
Hey, that wasn't okay. You don't talk to people like that. We're a team.
Hey, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
Being in sports at school and life, being on a team everyone deserves.
I'm Richard Conley, a Special Olympics athlete with Special Olympics Kansas from Wichita, Kansas. The R word. It is very hurtful. It really hurts me when people call me that word. They said I am not good at anything. But I'm good. I am really good at things. It is hurtful and is very dismissive and degrading. And very unkind. I've been through it. They call me the R word. How many of you been through it when they called me on the school bus or anything? You use the word human being, and the R word mean respect. We all have feelings too. We all human beings. You are a very kind person. You know we love you. And that's why we're Special Olympics, to get away from all the prejudices, away from all the hostility and all of the shamefulness.
Hey everyone, my name's Trevin.
And I'm Jack.
We are senior from Lawrence High, School of Kansas. Welcome to Unified Talk.
Boom. Thanks for including us in your day. Inclusion isn't just a thing or an action. It's also a feeling. Inclusion can be an action we take to make sure everyone is a part of the group and accepted for who they are. It doesn't matter what they look like or where they come from.
Or if they have disability or not.
Inclusion can also describe a feeling. When I say, I feel included, it means certain actions are making me feel a certain way.
It means so good to feel included, doesn't it, Jack?
Of course. I feel so many things when I know that I'm included and belong at my school.
Me too, man.
I think it's because everyone at Lawrence works together or takes action to make us feel included.
Yeah, like our teachers, administrator, coaches, librarians, classmates, and more.
Do you want to know how we feel and what inclusive actions make us feel this way?
Do you want to know what actions you can take to make sure everyone in your school feels included?
I see you shaking your head yes over there.
Great, we're going to include fellow friends along the way. But before we can start, look at the administration on screen.
Press pause and write down 2 emotions you feel when you are at your school. We'll come back to these later.
There are so many emotions that we feel as humans.
Some are strong, heavy, or difficult, like sadness and frustration. Some are light, positive, and exciting, like happiness, confidence, and relaxation.
We may feel them at different times, in different places, and with different people. It can feel like a roller coaster ride.
When we feel included, we should feel light, positive, and exciting emotions. Let's go check out an example in class. We're in class with our teacher, Miss Mishka. We're having a class discussion. She knows some of us do better talking with our small groups before we share out to the bigger group. This makes us believe we can do it.
And if we feel like we can do it, then we must be supported. Her support helps us feel included in our class and with our classmates.
Feeling supported is a positive emotion, and we feel this way because of the help from our teacher. Let's check in with our friend, Brendan from T.A. Edison Elementary School in Kansas City, Kansas.
When I first wake up, I feel kind of tired, but when I get to school, it makes me feel glad, loved, supported. You made me feel happy because you invited me to your birthday party, and I was like, thank you. I remember that. Miss Polito, my old teacher from 3rd grade, she helped me on was 4 times itself, and I didn't know the answer. She taught me to just to skip count, like 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30.
Who knew we could all easily spread the feeling of inclusion by taking simple actions?
Let's give some tips by summarizing what we've learned.
First, you can make others feel confident and included. Support your classmates' strengths and guide them through their weaknesses.
Second, you can make others feel safe and included by saying hi and looking out for each other. This means you can playfully in between when you tell an adult or teacher.
Third, you can make others feel happy by inviting them to join you and your friends at clubs, lunch, the playground, and more. Laughing and talking together will build a really special connection.
Tip number 4 is to make sure to let others know how they make you feel. Including them in your experiences will spread happiness and inclusion.
Remember how we asked you to write down 2 emotions you feel at your school?
Scroll down and download the emoji cards that show your emotions. Pass those out to people at your school who take actions that make you feel included.
And don't forget to spread inclusion and happiness at your school.
See you later, Unified Generation.
Bye.
A strength of mine is talking to people that are usually overlooked, and a weakness is being too scared of embarrassment.
One of my strengths is that I try to make sure everyone is involved in the activity we're doing, but a weakness is that I always try to lead and tell people what to do, and I think sometimes that's kind of bad.
Hey Landon, what's a strength you have?
My friends.
What's a weakness you have or something you want to improve on?
Hot cafe.
One strength that I have is kindness, but something I could always work on is patience.
My strength is math, and my weakness is being social.
My strength would probably be that I'm good at including everybody, and then my weakness is that I need to be less rushed.
My strength is helping people. My weakness is working on patience.
So my strength is I'm very positive, and my weakness is I want to get better at cooking.
Hello, I am Wyatt Smith. So my biggest strengths are I do math, and it's part of my nature. I sometimes get focused on video games. Sometimes my parents say that I choose not to do the work, but I try proving to them that I do, but then they don't see that. And I'm like, why do they not see that? I'm trying my very hardest. They think that I choose not to.
Okay. My strength, I think, is patience, and then my weakness would probably be my facial expressions. I think I need to work on those.
It's so important for students with and without disabilities to share their strengths and weaknesses. When we share what we're good at, it helps others learn new things or get help when they need it. And when we talk about what's hard for us, it gives our classmates a chance to support us so no one feels left out. Being open about our strengths and weaknesses creates a supportive and inclusive space. Students with disabilities might have special skills or ways of thinking that others can learn from. And students without disabilities have different strengths too. When we work together and share what we bring, everyone becomes stronger and more confident. Sharing our strengths and weaknesses also helps build teamwork and friendship. It teaches us to be patient, kind, and understanding with each other. When everyone feels valued for who they are, it creates a positive place where all students can succeed and feel proud of what we accomplished together.
You are the stars, and the world is watching you. By your presence, you send a message to every village, every city, every nation. A message of hope, a message of victory. The right to play on any playing field, you have earned it. The right to study in any school, you have earned it. The right to hold a job, you have earned it. The right to be anyone's neighbor, you have earned it.